Welcome everybody to another YouTube exclusive Voice of Nick episode. We're going to be playing more Super Seducer, and we are getting ready for the final seduction of the game. We're going to, I think we're going on a date with Kate, right? Yeah, first date Kate. Here we go. This is it. It's all come down to this. You did really well to get her on a date, but there is still a lot to do. Can you charm her enough this evening to take things physical? Goal kiss. All right, this is the boss battle. Kate is the final boss of this game. Here we go. Choose the date's location. Well, we already saw a picture of her in the spot where it's supposed to be. Let's try to remember what Kate liked. Walking around and stuff, maybe hiking. Bar 8 p.m., coffee 2 p.m., club with friends, hiking. Hiking is the one that she most enjoyed, even though we saw a picture of her in the bar at what looked like 8 p.m. Bar 8 p.m. is, I wouldn't go on a date at a bar at 8 p.m. Well, 8 p.m. is pretty early. Okay, let's go hiking first.
If a girl's active and she shows an interest in outdoor activities, that can be great. But in this case, it wasn't the option to choose.
I thought she said that, I thought she said she liked active stuff. Maybe not. Bar 8 p.m.?
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Hey. Good to see you too.
What is this? How should you sit? Opposite. See, side by side is the move. That's the cool guy move. But a lot of people don't like when you sit side by side with them. But the nice thing is if you sit side by side, then you guys are like actually hanging out like right next to each other. I'm gonna go for side by side. This is my preferred method of sitting.
Come take a seat over here.
Thank you.
Hey!
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time, you run out of stuff to say, it feels super uncomfortable, and the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side.
That was a weird way to describe
So how have you been the
that.
past few days? What have you been doing?
Actually, quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual,
Okay.
and then did some work, but it's boring, right?
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it
it.
is very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
But it's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex
Is
and the
it?
City or like Finding Nemo or something. It's
Yeah.
it's quite a tough film, right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you
They
watch
make-
horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about how they can catch him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
All right. What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's
Alright.
very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my
You have
stuff.
to pack things
Yeah,
up.
pack
and-
up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
We're just watching them have a conversation. Like, that was too long, game. Ugh, I just drank some of this coffee and there's grounds all at the bottom of it. Ugh, there's something wrong with my coffee maker that keeps outputting coffee grounds. At least I didn't drink them. I just saw them there and like stopped. And yet, it's not going to stop me from drinking more coffee. I'm just going to have to not drink the grounds. Offer to come and help. Sympathize. Use it as a reason to check her muscles. Oh, that's pretty funny, actually. See, the thing he said about sitting next to each other, that's the reason, of course, that sitting next to is the best thing. We happen to agree on that point, me and a future seducer. But when he says it gives you an excuse to touch her up, that's a weird way to describe. That's a weird thing to say, future seducer. Don't say that. Just don't say that going forward. Use it as a reason to check her muscles is a funny thing. Like, oh, you're good at carrying boxes. Let me see how strong you are. Especially because we're already on a date with her, so it's not like a weird thing to like, you know, if you like reach out to touch a person like you randomly just met, that's different.
I think the main thing you're going to need is some muscles. So let me check your biceps. Show me what you got here. Flex it. Come on. See the Arnie move? It's kind of like a P, isn't it? Not much there.
No, it isn't. I'm strong.
Maybe. I remember I worked actually for a few days when I was a teenager as a removal guy. Carrying all the stuff.
Really? Did you like it?
It was very physical, and actually I did. Yeah, I think it's good for fitness and stuff. So maybe you'll enjoy it, carrying stuff.
Hopefully I will.
Nice one. You didn't fall for the trap, which is to always offer loads of help to girls that you want to sleep with. You want to resist that as much as possible. And here you've turned it around and actually used it as a way to get a little bit physical and playful. Well done. I know you're busy now with the house and stuff, but what do you normally do in your free time? Do you do any sports?
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Why, of course?
It's my main hobby, going to the gym actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like it very much.
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things actually. The main one is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Yeah.
It's very, very painful, but very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
Yeah,
so you
I
want
like
to be able
it.
to do splits or
Yeah, that's
or
my goal.
kick people in their heads and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so it's interesting as well. And what about you? Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports. I used to do boxing, used to play squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and I'm doing things for like endurance, you know, to have good fitness and whatever.
That's good.
And what else do you do apart from physical stuff?
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very, very interesting for me.
Oh yeah? What are you reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and Margarita, but it wasn't the first time I've ever read it. So.
You read it again? So
Yeah, I like it very much.
one of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, you know, Harry Potter and Da Vinci Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo and all this stuff.
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like reading sometimes psychology, business, biographies, all types of different stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at singing.
You can't sing?
Can't do that, and don't like it.
I was going to ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day. And I can't play any musical
None of
instruments.
them?
Well, none.
Even
I'm
this
afraid.
xylophone thing or the...
Maybe.
Do you know this triangle, that one? You just...
Can do that, I think, because that's easy. And the creative thing I do is actually painting.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that was painful. I gotta say the dates are the least interesting part of this game because it's like they're just having boring date conversations like, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? That's not why we're playing this game. We want to see funny stuff. We don't want to just see them have a regular conversation. I could do that anywhere. Try to get to the bottom of how it makes her feel. Say that you don't really get art. Say that you guys have... Alright, well, we'll say this one then.
Painting, eh? Well, listen, I'm very comfortable with myself, so if you ever want to paint someone nude, then just let me know.
I'm sorry, what? Really?
Yeah, you know, like lying on a couch and with some fruit and things like that. I think it would be nice, no?
That's not something I would paint. I think it's really weird.
You can do it without the fruit.
Really? No, I don't paint that. I think it's too much.
You don't paint people or naked people?
Actually, I try not to paint people at all.
Okay.
Especially
Animals,
nude.
or what do you paint?
No, I like, for example, beautiful scenery.
Like landscapes.
Yeah, something from my imagination, something that helps to express emotions, you know.
Okay, very nice. A little bit too early to be sexual, and a little bit too early not to be connecting with her, right? So you found out one of her passions could be a really rich conversational subject. You've skipped over it and turned it silly and turned it kind of weird. So not good.
But it would have been boring.
Let's not leave this sitting here. Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh yes, I do.
And what do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing, so I
Very
like that.
beautiful there, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Europe is beautiful, and I also went to some exotic places like Lebanon, for example.
Lebanon?
Yeah,
It's
it
not
was-
dangerous there.
It was quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and, you know.
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all these
And-
crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, very different.
So you
You
like
can see the contrast.
different kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speaking, you know, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place,
really?
only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and then some people like just going somewhere super exotic where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't like tourists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and the other English people, oh no, you know, I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, you know, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if
Oh, yeah.
everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all around.
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in the right place, not the tourist
Yeah, maybe you're right,
recommendation.
actually. I should try that.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I really liked, yeah?
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing. I really, really liked it.
Oh my god, finally. This final boss battle is really tough in the sense that it is so boring that it is tough to get through. Get her talking about the best parts of the trip. Impress her with the fact that you've only been to that you have been to the Caribbean many times. Disagree and say it's not just a cool place. Okay.
Cuba, that's really interesting because it's kind of a strange country, right? It was Americans weren't allowed to go there for so long. They've
Yeah.
got this reputation for the politics, but it's not very developed for tourists, right? So it must be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what's interesting actually, because it's not easy to get internet even there, you know.
No internet yet.
Yeah. There is internet, but it's kind of difficult.
Slow and stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
But I like
Completely
having
different.
a break from the internet. Do you?
Oh, yeah, I liked it, but not all people can handle it. Can you?
No. Yeah, I can handle it. I like to
Good.
unplug sometimes, and then you feel how relaxing it is when you're not checking your phone all the time. But,
Yeah, right. I do it sometimes as well, and I really liked it.
but tell me, like, what's the cool stuff about Cuba? What did you really like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything. The nature was amazing, very beautiful,
Palm
and the
trees,
people.
beaches.
Yeah, the main thing was actually the people because they're very, very friendly and very
Okay.
different, and it was very peaceful there and safe, and everything was wonderful. Actually, yeah, you have to.
People are often the most important thing, yeah? Because if they're rude or if there are too many tourists, then it just can destroy the holiday, right? But
Sure.
you said they're very, very friendly, so you felt
Very.
good there.
Yeah, you're right. I felt very good there.
Very nice.
Excelente. You know, holidays are something that bring out a lot of emotions, you know, just compared to her telling you about, I don't know, her day at work, compared with a recent holiday.
So it's an area that you want to explore, and you want to find out what she felt during that period so that she can kind of relive it and start feeling good again in that moment with you as she tells you about it. Plus, it's keeping the attention on her rather than just cutting her off and talking about something else.
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as much as I did, because when I was younger, I would go away for months at a time and just
Wow.
go to different countries and, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of time in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea, and have it all, nicely set up with big television and PlayStation and stuff. So it's really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah,
You play often?
yeah, kind of.
Oh, really? I think games are just a waste of time. Don't you think so?
What? And I suppose you don't do anything that wastes time. What a funny answer. Persuade her that it's actually quite intelligent. I mean, I guess you could do... This is kind of like a douchey thing to say as well. Yeah, I know, you're right. I'll cut down. That's... Obviously, he's not supposed to say that. What? And I suppose you don't do anything that wastes time. So I guess this... If you say this in a way that's not confrontational, it's good. It's like, well, don't you ever watch, like, Netflix or whatever? Like, this could be a good one, but I imagine he's about to say it in a way that's not the correct way to say it. Let's see.
What? What's wrong with it? If I want to play a game sometimes, fine.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think that it's okay to sit in front of the TV all the time with the controller.
Not all the time, sometimes. And of course you need a controller to play the game and a television, but you're telling me you don't do anything that wastes time?
Not anything like that, no.
Other things that waste time in worse ways, probably, yeah?
No, in better ways. But I don't like games at all,
So if
really.
I spied on you for 24 hours, I wouldn't see you on Instagram reading Cosmopolitan magazine
No.
and all this stuff.
Definitely not.
No? You'd be like studying Shakespeare, going to the gym, and then, reading another book, and reading another book, and reading another book.
Probably I do something, but games, I really know that if you start, then you just can't quit, and you're sitting there for hours, and you think that it's 1 minute.
No.
Does it happen to
No,
you?
not at all.
Really? Okay then.
Remember the golden rule. When you're challenged, don't react with anger. Don't react by being aggressive towards them. Be cool with it. And what about you? Do you have any guilty pleasures? You watch some really dumb TV shows, like reality stuff or something?
Well, let me think. Definitely not TV shows, because I never watch TV actually.
Never?
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies.
Ah,
I have
movies.
television, but only
Okay.
for movies and stuff. And I need to tell you that one guilty pleasure I used to have was smoking, actually,
Oh.
but I managed to give up. And
Are you sure you're not going to start again?
no, now
If I had a cigarette now and say, come on,
no,
smoke.
thank you. No, I gave up, so
That's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And what
Alright.
about you?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've never tried a cigarette.
Oh, really?
never
Not
smoked them.
once.
No, I smoked other things, but never a cigarette.
Okay.
Strange, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite, nothing too bad.
May I direct you, ladies and gentlemen, to two key items in here. Number one, when you get the reverse shot of looking at the girl, like this shot that we're looking at right now, the wider version of that, when you can see Lil Seducer's full body, pay attention to the left side of your screen. You can see his mic pack with the red light on his belt on the bottom. And other point, actually also about this girl, different, depending on the take, it might change, or the continuity or whatever. But you can see, obviously you can see the lav mic that's planted on her shirt. That they're not really hiding that. That's fine. But you can also see that they ran the lav mic up the back of her neck like this. So you can actually see the cable sometimes sticking out of her shirt. Again, we know she's wearing a lav, so it's not that big of a deal. But just a point of interest if you happen to be a film person.
You know, not a crazy alcoholic or addicted to anything
That's
that I
good.
shouldn't be addicted to. So no, it's not too bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit, for me it's interesting, right? So indulge me here.
Okay, go
What
on.
are your bad habits? Like what are some bad qualities?
Like that. I think I can't really trust people well, so
Well, you know you can
sometimes...
trust me.
No,
Of
I
course
don't
you
know.
can.
Sometimes I can seem a little bit unfriendly with people I don't know.
Ah,
So maybe that's a bad point about me. And also, I'm crazy about being on time everywhere. So sometimes I'm panicking when I'm running late and can be really angry or something like
that
that.
might be a problem.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
You're always late.
I'm never late, but
Don't tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
Before.
Always
You're sure
before.
not after?
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or when people are waiting, I'm not late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not hours before, hate it. So that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance. Don't know what to do now. I can try it your way, because actually I end up wasting hours just sitting there and
if
waiting.
in the future, right, this is our first date, but if in the future we go somewhere,
Okay.
you can just go to the airport like 5 hours before, do whatever you want,
I'll meet you there.
and I'll just come later and meet you on the plane.
Okay, that sounds funny.
All right.
Yawn and put your arm around her. Wow. The smoothest of moves, little seducer. Pick this one up from the year 1950. Palm reading. Oh, that's fun. Do a palm reading. Put your hand on her leg. Check her pulse. Use the gypsy fortune teller routine to touch her ear. All right, I want to know what that is. Palm reading. What's up with all the... Okay. He's a good fortune teller, I guess. Let's try this one.
And tell me, do you believe in fortune tellers and horoscopes telling the future and
Oh,
all this
well,
stuff?
not really.
Me too. I thought it was complete rubbish.
Yeah.
Yes, but one time I went to the seaside in England, and there was this sign said gypsy fortune teller, come in, and I thought, why not? I'm going to try it.
Really?
So I came in. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. First thing, I came in and she took my hands and she looked at them and said, no, that's not it. And threw my
Whoa.
hands down like that. And then she said, with you, I need something different. And she came like this, and she touched my ear, looked into my eyes, and she told me that by the bumps on the back of the ear,
Really?
yeah, she could tell me about my past life.
Oh,
Yeah, do you want to know
Well-
about my past life?
okay.
So she said that I was a knight and that I was brave and whatever, told me some details. But she said that I died when I was tarred and feathered. Do you know what that is? When they pour that
Oh, yeah.
stuff, onion and feathers, and then set you on fire.
Very bad.
So, pretty bad. It's tough to die like
Right.
that today. But the amazing thing is, even now, and since as long as I remember when I was a child, I hate this smell of tar when they're making the the new rose or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's pretty
So I think
weird.
there's something in it. So maybe I believe it.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but it sounds funny.
This is a classic PUA, pickup artist routine from Baxter, and it works, to an extent, but again, it's a routine. So you can prepare all this stuff for when you go out and meet girls, but it's much better to develop your natural conversation and seduction skills, which is why you're here, right? But still, I hope you enjoyed it, and you could use it, or you could even use it just for fun, even telling them what it is.
And do you like going out to bars, partying, all that stuff?
I want to take a moment here. I don't think you can see the achievement that just popped right there, but we got an achievement called All PUA Moves. And I'm curious, choose all of the famous pickup artist tricks and routines. Wow. So we actually have chosen all of the, canned things that you can do. I don't know if I'm supposed to be proud of that or not. We didn't even, go back and try to do that specifically. We just happened to get that.
Actually, no, I don't really like it because people are just drinking there, and I
Brilliant.
don't really like to
Like
drink.
us?
No,
You don't like to drink? Cheers.
no,
Cheers to
they're
that.
just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere,
Oh, you
smoking.
mean like shots and
Yeah, all this.
hard
I don't
drinking.
really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they make me go, basically.
You like
Yes.
dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often. That's why I don't go.
So, do I believe you? Yeah. So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like that. Never.
You're controlled.
Yeah, I'm very,
Okay.
very self-controlled.
But you're single at the moment. You don't
Yes, I
go
am.
to bars to meet men.
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
No, internet. I don't believe in that. I think that it's better just to live your life, to work and go to the parks, wherever you go, and then one day you will meet someone when it's time.
That's very romantic. So you believe in fate.
Yeah, I do.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
You
I
haven't
am.
got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something.
No.
Okay. And how is it? Because I know some girls, they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I quite like it. I think it's better to be single than with someone you don't like or something like that. That's why I really enjoy that. I have a lot of free time to develop my personality and to do something, read and do more work. So I like it.
What's your longest relationship?
It was about a year.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Don't you
Amazing,
think
right?
so?
Yeah, very strange.
What about you?
My longest was my first relationship, 2.5 years.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah. But how long have you been single this time?
It's about 3 months now.
3 months. If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Oh. Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
Whoa. Make a joke about how you just need 3 to 5 minutes. Say that must mean she hasn't been properly satisfied in a long time. Sympathize and desexualize the moment. Desexualize. God. Make a joke about how you just need 3 to 5 minutes. That's a pretty funny answer. We're going for it.
I tell you what we can do about that. And bear with me for a second. One evening, come round, because I want to show you some stuff anyway. I've got an aquarium, whatever, you're going to love it. But anyway, come round and we'll pick some, I've got candles, you know, these aroma candles, whatever.
Right.
And very nice music. So think of a track you really like, maybe
Okay.
something like The Weeknd. We'll put that on.
Maybe.
And give me like 3 to 5 minutes to show you what I can do. You'll love it. And it doesn't take long, that's the benefit.
It's a joke, right?
I don't know, we'll see.
Okay.
That was a little
From time
weird.
to time, girls up the ante sexually and say things like this, and you need to be able to respond in the right way. One of the options is to be playfully tongue-in-cheek about it, but in a way that shows confidence. So that will work.
I mean, from the menu item, I thought it would be good, but I thought he did it in kind of a cringy way. Let's do this again sometime. Can I have a goodnight kiss? Oh. Let's do this again sometime. It just gets up, knocks the table over. They still have all their wine left. It's wine spilling everywhere. Can I have a goodnight kiss? I don't feel like they're like done with the evening. It's like a weird thing to say. I guess either way we have to be done though, so let's do this one.
Looks like the taxi's here, but it was really nice to see you tonight. And
It was.
how about a goodnight kiss?
Not this time, but maybe next time.
Okay then.
Okay.
He just stares at her.
Exactly. So what have you got here? You've got playfulness and a little bit of sexuality, which is the perfect way to escalate things physically.
Oh, so are we gonna go on a third date? Oh, we got Casanova. But
Ideally,
Wait.
we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible.
But
so,
wait, we had
Congratulations, you made it. You got all the way to the end and completed all 10 levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this, that there's a scene with a girl called Alexa and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress Shanna Vincent. Something else in the game is that in the friend to girlfriend level, Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my friend. She's my friend since 2012. And so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife of, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So you didn't know that, and that's kind of like a silly little reward for you finishing the game. But if you want to go a little bit further and get the best possible ending, then I've got an even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing, and I hope you really loved the game.
So, first of all, congrats to this lady for winning, for seducing the seducer. And congrats to future seducer who has now officially found love. Good for him. But I am really sad that I said that I didn't like her acting at the beginning. She got better though, as they in the first date part. It was better than when they were by the waterfall. It seemed like. Anyway, we may have to go back and get the best possible ending now. I'm really curious to know what it was, and also we can explore more of our potential avenues for like where the conversations would go. So we'll see how that goes, ladies and gents. I will see you on the next one though, and until then, keep seducing out there. Don't forget to post a comment in the comment section of which of the 10 interactions was your favorite. I think my favorite was the lady in the coffee shop, the one who was studying Russian. She was really funny. All right, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.